10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock at night. You guys know how the day went. I wanted to wait to watch Sweeney race. I know it was a gamble. Last I looked, he was like 9-1 or something. But I said, you know what? If he doesn't race good, I'll just pretend he didn't race yet. Sweeney was a winner and looked very, very good doing it. So our day was very, is almost as good as you could have it. I'll explain the whole thing. Our horses trained good this morning. Very happy with the 4 next generation entries. The way they trained today seemed very, very sharp. Ready to go. I was very happy with what I saw. Melisandre trained well with the Priest. Now, I will tell everybody right now, we scoped all the horses afterwards, and the Priest still had some mucus in there. And this wasn't allergy mucus. Dr. Latessa had just messaged me and said, he messaged me this afternoon and said, the Priest, how did he train? I said, he was good. He said, what? I said, why? Quite a bit of mucus in that area. And he said it was kind of yellowish. I said, well, I mean, now that you ask, I suppose, maybe, I thought he trained good, but Jason went with him. Maybe we should check with Jason Behrman. Anyway, he thought the horse was trotting good, but admittedly maybe a little bit flat. So I put Dr. Latessa on the spot. I said, Doc, this horse is entered for Friday now. He's in. He said, well, listen, if it was a stake, you could rush the blood tomorrow. We've already started him on antibiotics. You'd start him on fluids. But Anthony, I wouldn't race him. He never was. Just letting you know, he was entered in to go. So the Priest, unfortunately, will be scratched on Friday night. He had never any temperature. He ate his lunch, ate his breakfast, ate his supper. But that mucus isn't going anywhere in the next 72 hours, right? There's very little reward for quite a bit of risk. That's the easiest way of putting it. So the Priest will be scratched on Friday. So, although they all trained well, under scope, 5 of the 6 got a passing grade and 1 horse did not. Now, as this was all, actually before all of this was taking place, all the scoping, I had made my way to Marion. I had sent a video out afterwards. I was thoroughly impressed with Oh Hell No. It's very hard to tell you I was thoroughly impressed and then you look down and see a mile in 2.8. To put it in perspective, as I said, the horse that she beat has already trotted 2 minutes flat. Taken a mark of 2.1, I believe. Maybe 2 minutes, I'm not sure. And the other 2 divisions went 2:10 and 4 and 2:12 at a piece. So, if that helps at all, if that helps you draw a better picture and conclusion as to what I said, Oh Hell No raced very, very well. Raced exceptionally well considering how green she should be. Yet when I put her on the front, it's almost like she knew exactly what to do. I was impressed with her. Fire and Shine, I think Jason said it best. He said, it might be time to close the big girl up a little bit. That open bridle on, now she's behaved and quiet, but got flat-footed coming to the half. Nick Clegg popped out, went around him, and then ended up backing up in front of his face in the last turn. Ryan Stahl had to fan her out 3 wide. If you watch the last 1/8 of a mile, the video from Facebook, it doesn't do her any justice. You have to look at what happened the first half. Parked almost all the way to the quarter, clears to the front, looped at the half. The horse that loops her backs up in the last turn. We have to fan out across the track, charging, and gets up for second. Great race, but I think with a closed bridle on or a hood with cups, there'll be no flat-footed stuff after today. But raced very good, very valiant effort from Fire and Shine. And then Sweeney didn't really know what to expect. I told you guys when we sent him down there, I thought this horse would fit very well with Stacy and Brett. First start, not so much. Showed some blood, put him on Lasix, raced him tonight, and Austin Hanners drove him. Horse raced great. Raced great, sat in the 2-hole, popped out, did everything right, as he always does usually on the track. He's made the odd break, but bigger track, he seems good. Before tonight, I thought one of his best races was at Miami Valley. So very, very pleased with what I saw from Sweeney tonight. A winner. Now, in between all of that was the reason my day was so long. I told everybody, Amy was so surprised when I showed up. I saw her and Ava on the playground with Addie, and I just sat there for a minute, and they saw me, came running over, and Ava did anyway. And it was nice. It was nice to be with my family for the night, and worth every second, and I mean every second, of the 5 hours to drive there and the 4.5 to drive back. I can assure you of that. I didn't want to get Ollie too excited, with pressure or whatever. But he was excited to see me too. It was so funny because, quietly, he's been down in the dumps a little bit. He started the year off hot as a firecracker, and then was batting cleanup for a while. And then, he didn't have bad games, just kind of so-so games. His defense was great, but his batting maybe a little flat the last couple of games. So he had slid down the lineup a bit. He was taking it a little hard. I said, Ollie, a perfect example. I thought Ollie the other night, David Schneider was hitting cleanup a month ago for the Jays, hitting 8th last night. I said, relax, just go and do your job. Go and do your job. Don't worry about that stuff. So what had happened was, for some reason, he was hitting 6th before, but for some reason, the lineup they submitted had Ollie batting 6th. So Ollie's on the bench. He's okay. He's not down in the dumps or anything. He's sitting there waiting for the inning to be over. Little League ball, you can only score 4 runs in an inning. So he's batting. He thinks he's batting 9th or 8th. So he's sitting on the bench. He's waiting to go out and play third again. And 5th batter gets walked. Up comes Gavin Bisson, one of the little kids, Andre's son. Good kid. But on Game Changer and the official scorecard, Oliver is listed as 6th. So it was one of the parents noticed it. It was Kate that noticed it, and Kai. So the coach's wife and Mason Seftel's mom noticed it. And they yell over to the coach, "Whoa, pump your brakes." Obviously, there was a mistake. Oliver jumps up on the bat, puts his helmet on, goes out, bang, hits a double right left center in the gap. Scores 2 runs, I think. And so he's like super pumped. Comes in, he plays great, throws a couple of kids, throws one kid out in the next inning from third, a good play. And then swing pops one up on a little high. Shouldn't have swung at it, but he was all amped up and wanted to hit it. Anyway, so he's down in the dumps a little bit from there, and the game goes on. They're tied. They're tied in the top of the 6th. We're coming up to bat. Ollie was one of the last outs in the inning before, and they call him out back to start warming up to pitch. So Amy gets pretty excited, right? She's like, oh my God, the game's tied, and Ollie's gonna pitch. So they end up scoring 3 runs, I think, in the bottom of the 6th. No, sorry, top of the 7th, obviously. We score 3 runs in the top of the 7th. We're on the road in Brantford. And Ollie comes in and closes the game out. So he got 2 RBIs. He scored in that inning also. Got 2 RBIs and got the save. So Ollie was pumped, and obviously, as I said, I'll have no problem driving home now. I can assure you of that. It was a great game, and as I said, worth every second of the 5 hours. Now, I felt bad. Hunter Myers was having a party tonight, and I did want to go. But obviously, this takes precedence. So that's it for the evening. Got to watch 3 horses race today. I drove one of them. We had 2 winners and a 2nd place finish. So a great day at the office. I got to drive home and watch Ollie play, not just play baseball. I don't know if he scored the winning run on a... Oh, no, because they had tied it up after that. He scored on a wild pitch. But saved the game and had just a great game. Played a great game. He was pumped. The coaches were happy for him. All his teammates, all the kids played great tonight. And I got to go home with a big smile on my face. So, very happy with the way today has turned out. Now, tomorrow, again, not a whole lot going on. We have 3 horses at the fair. LT Troubadour is there. Dancing in My Socks is there, as is Wander Hill. All 3 of them are there. And then tomorrow afternoon, I opted to go to the fair and take care of our colts. Lonely Lakewood is racing. I believe Hunter is driving Lonely Lakewood. Yes, Hunter Myers is going to drive Lonely 6-1. Really? Hunter's going to drive Lonely Lakewood, and Greatest Ending is going to race tomorrow night. He is not 6-1. So that is it for Wednesday, but after Wednesday it gets a little busy for us at the office. I opted for Scioto Downs on Thursday. Tim Tetrick, this redheaded kid from Chicago, is going to fill in and drive Country Dancing in Kings County. Now, I'm in race like 125, I think, in Scioto. I have every intention of coming home, training Chicago Hall in the morning, qualifying Century Legion. Now, I want to go Century Legion. Qualifying Century Legion on Friday morning, getting in the car, driving right back. Friday's a big day for us also. We have a lot of horses in to go. We have one less than we had a minute ago. As I said, the Priest is going to be scratched. And then, man, oh man, Saturday is going to be a cooker. Saturday is going to be supposed to be nice weather in Scioto, and we have 4 horses racing in each distinction of the next generation. It should be a lot of fun. So, in the middle of that is July 4th weekend, July 4th week, July 4th day. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. We have been off to a pretty good start, right? We had what did we have yesterday? We had a first, second, fourth, third, fourth, fifth. Not bad. And then today, first, and second. So good start to the week, but all the power is on its way to the on-deck circle, as they say. And then I'd be remiss if I didn't talk quickly about Kentucky on Monday. Brace and Memory and Imagination are in together. No, I'm not going to drive either one of them. I think Dexter Dunn or Todd McCarthy, hopefully, will drive Memory and Imagination. Scott will drive the rest of them. And then the week after will be the final. So that's what's going on right now. That's what's going on this week. Super busy at the stable and have had a quiet but great start to the week. Most importantly, the Guelph Royals got the win tonight in Brantford. Take care.